Where you say you at, bro? El Paso?
No, I'm from West Texas, Midland, Texas to be exact.
Midland, Texas. Is that close to?
Right next to Odessa.
Okay.
Midland, Odessa. Like it's like Midland, Odessa. Then you got like San Angelo over here and Lubbock over here.
Lubbock. Okay. And that's a trip for all the way from over here. Shit.
Hell yeah, that's why we're doing it like this.
Cause bro, whenever I was traveling, bro, I remember people would be like, you know what I'm saying, like especially out in the east and shit, or like when they be like from Northern Cal to like Southern Cal, they'd be like, man, this is a 6-hour drive. I'm like, bro, that's like from here to that. That's like from here to the back, bro. Like y'all tripping, like, or it'd be people like in Philly to like Chicago and it'd be like 4 hours. I'm like, bro, you already passing like 3 states and y'all tripping over there. We in the same state. You gotta drive for like 12 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, it's different. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, man, today we have a special interview. I've been trying to make this happen for like 2 weeks already, and we finally got him in the building, man. It's the boy Castro Escobar, all the way from West Columbia, Texas. Is that where you're at right now?
Yes, sir. I'm around. I'm around the area.
You're around.
I'm not in there right now, but I'm right here.
Yeah, got you, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just out here working, man. Finally staying consistent and actually being able to put out music. So, man, I feel good, man. I'm blessed, you know. And I'm drinking a nice cold Corona, so that's a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, drink one. I'm 65 days sober away.
Oh shit! Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I had a little health scare, so I'm getting right, working out, all that stuff. So.
Oh, that's good, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that shit. If anything, that's
but Corona, when I do plan to drink, like casually in like a year or two, you know what I mean? Right. Like with my dinner or something like that. You know what I mean? I like Dos Equis though.
Oh, okay. But I can't even. Man,
you can't do it,
man. The only time I really be drinking those is whenever I'm already like, if there's nothing else and I'm already
pedo.
Yeah, cuando es no pedo, bro. Like a caiga, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't like if you got a cold Corona and I want to drink, I'm probably pass and go to the store. You know what I'm
saying? See, that's crazy. I can't do Corona. I have to have a lot of limon in it, bro. To drink
Corona. Shit. That's bro. You ain't the first person that told me that though. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother-in-law and them, like they tell me the same shit. Like they can't fuck with Corona. I can't fuck, but they love Dos Equis. I'm like.
Yeah, Dos Equis is a good, to me, it's a good casual beer to drink, not to like, you know, drink like get drunk all night with, you know what I mean? Because it's like makes your stomach bloated and shit.
Yeah,
you know
I don't know, it's a little strange, man. I don't really like it that much.
Yeah, I like drinking it with like, you know, when I'm eating, you know, some carne asada and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But man, so West Columbia, bro, small town, 3,000 people, bro. You're right in the south of Houston. You're by Galveston, all that good stuff, bro.
Hell yeah.
In short, for the people, how was it growing up in West Columbia, in a small town, country folk?
Man, bro, it's different because, so this is something that I want to clear up off of the rip, man. Whenever we crossed over here, I crossed over here when I was very young, and I lived in Atlanta, Marietta to be exact, till I was 12 years old. Okay. And then we moved down here to West Columbia afterwards. So I've been over here since I was 13, you know what I'm saying? And I like to say that my childhood is over there in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up, I became a man here in West Columbia. This is where I learned my do's and don'ts. This is where I, you know, my trials and tribulations, all that, you know what I'm saying? It is definitely very different than what it was in Atlanta. I mean, you coming from one of the most metropolitan cities in the South to a little small ass country town, you know what I'm saying? And it was a big change because over there I used to walk around everywhere. Over here, you had to have a car or at least a bike, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, growing up over here, bro, pretty much, it's if you're not, if you can't appreciate the country, you're gonna say it's boring, you know what I'm saying? But if you're from the area and you know around and you know what to do, it ain't boring at all, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely different than being in the city. But I mean, everybody has their good parts, everybody has their bad parts, everybody has the fun areas. The areas that ain't nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I pretty much, like I said, this is where I became a man at, you know, this is where my music career started. So, you know, this is on to me, you feel me? Like this is where it's at.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We got viewers coming in. And guys, if y'all could do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, all that good stuff, man. We got Castro Escobar, a very special artist, man. He's the artist that I like to say that you know, it's what you call a real artist. You know what I mean? A person who has substance in his music that can be timeless, and that's the kind of music this guy makes. You know what I mean? So that I like having conversations with real artists like this. You know, but
that's love, bro. Appreciate that.
You already know. You already know. Every now and then I'm messing with this because I got sharing a lot, link and all that. But okay, so you had the song. So of course, I heard about you through because Snort Product, right?
Right.
And the first song that came up was Risk It.
Right.
It's a well put together song, bro. The pain game on it is insane, bro. And like every lyric that you rapped was people could feel it. That's why people mess with it so much, because it was really relatable. You know what I mean? And so it starts off with like talking about the struggles of a young relationship.
Right.
Your girl, she wasn't seeing much of you.
Right.
And y'all are young. This is when it's starting off. And that like I always tell people, like, when you're not totally prepared for the world and it hits you fast, lots of problems happen. Is that what happened to you?
Nah, yeah. I mean, at that time, you know what I'm saying, that particular relationship, I was really focused on the music, man. Like it was to me and EC. Shout out my brother EC Martinez. He's the one who produced that song too. He's the one who's made most of my beats. He's the one who does all my artwork, all that. At that time, man, I used to work at the refineries, so I would get off at 5 o'clock. From 5 o'clock, from here to Houston on the north side, it's about an hour and 15-minute drive. It ain't shit to us. We take that drive every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing to us.
Yeah.
So after work, I'm getting off at 5. Sometimes I'm getting off earlier just to get to the studio at 6. From 6, I'm booking out 4-hour sessions every day. Shout out my boy Mac Deuce. He's Mac the engineer. He's the one who would engineer my song in the studio. Going into the studio from 6 to 10, and then after that, you got an hour is already eliminated. Coming back, you got to stop and get something to eat, because I mean, shit, you ain't ate since you got off. You know what I'm saying? So you come home at midnight, 1 o'clock, and we talking about we doing this shit every 2 days, every 3 days. And the weekends, it's nothing but me and EC going into into his house to make more beats. You know, because I didn't just only make he made the beats, but I co-produce, and that's what a lot of people don't know about that. About me is that I also co-produce, but I don't know how to make the beats. I don't know how to sit there and do all of that stuff, but I know what I want, and I could tell you the vision, and you can make it come to life. You know what I'm saying? So every day, you know what I'm saying, like just working, grinding, bro. At that time, like I would rarely sleep. Sometimes I would sleep in my sleep clothes and go to work the next day with the same clothes. You know what I'm saying? With the same work clothes. So it was just at that time, bro. It was like I gotta make this shit happen. Like my mom gotta see me on tour. My mama gotta see me out here, like people screaming my name, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was, but it wasn't no time for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I did. I slept, breathed, ate, anything, music. That was all I was doing, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that is.
What's your favorite type of beat?
My favorite type of beat?
Yeah, like what style?
I mean, I feel like everybody knows this, but I mean, boom bap, bro. Like you just put some drums, a kick, some drums, a snare. Man, we rapping all night. I'm gonna get some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, I like them all. You know what I'm saying? I'm especially now where I'm at as far as an artist. I dabble around everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? But my preference is something simple, because I'm gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no other distractions. I don't want no crazy background. I want you to hear what the fuck I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's my favorite. You know, boom bap, classic old school type shit.
Nice. So after that, you talked about your mom, man. Mm-hmm. Your mom was trying to like convince you to live like a regular life, I guess you would say. Rest in peace to your mother, first of all.
Right.
And so how come you didn't want to live the life that she wanted? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that the life that she wanted you to live, but in your lyrics, you said that she was telling you, get some land, get a job, you know.
Yeah.
What, you wanted more than that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like anybody that has a dream or a passion for something feels like they can reach it. But I just didn't want to keep the same cycle going, as far as like, because that's what us as Mexicans, bro, especially us that we came over here legal. I feel like our dreams are, I feel like we don't reach for the stars. We're just like, okay, we get here, and the whole goal is just to have a family, and have a house and work. Because in Mexico, it could be way worse. But I'm like, I don't want to just do that. I want to be, I want to be an influence to my people. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I'm very strong on that. I want to be a big influence on my people. I want to be an influence to anybody that does music, to anybody that's real with their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my biggest thing. And I even say it in the song. I was like, because somebody had recorded me. Somebody was recording me at one time. And that's the little, it sounds like it cuts off when I say, I feel like people starting to see my vision. I feel like people are starting to see, you know what I'm saying? And because I was never trying to be the best, bro. Like, everybody would always be like, hey, I'm the coldest on this. I was never trying to do that. Never. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just trying to make a difference in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still going to do more. You know what I'm saying? It's coming, but it's just, as far as that bar goes, absolutely. I wanted more than just what anybody that comes over here to the U.S. and plans to do. Like, I didn't just want to stop by making a family and having a house and owning a couple of cars. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna be able to make a difference, because there's a whole generation in front of us, bro. There's my little brother just turned 17 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and him, the way he thinks is totally different than what I thought at 17. You know what I'm saying? And he hears my shit, he sees my shit. A lot of people did, you know what I'm saying, and still do. And I want to be able to make a difference in somebody's fucking life before I die. You know what I'm saying? It's more to life than just, you know what I'm saying, doing the average shit that an illegal comes over here and does, bro. Because, I mean, what do they say? It's the American dream, right? The dream ain't got to stop by just getting a house and making a family and making more money.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get
you
to
know
that.
What I'm saying? Like,
hold on. So, guys, I'm letting the music speak, so we're gonna get to that. I know y'all want to hear about that because he has a very interesting story. We're getting to that. I promise you.
I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. My bad.
It's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. So you talked about your some of your friends were trapping, right? Living that street life, and you tried to avoid that life. How important was that for you to get away from that and to focus on your artistry?
Man, the
How
thing
hard
about
was
that
it?
is kind of like, it's not even that I was trying to avoid it. It was just that's why I say I left Georgia. I left Atlanta at 12 or 13. I think it was 12 or 13. And it's crazy because I was just talking to my boy E. Shout out my boy Eric, man. That's like my brother. And as soon as I left, man, all of them, they was catching murder charges. They was, some of them was going to prison for, you know what I'm saying, all these types of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had called him, and I was like, yo, bro, like, it's fucked up, blah, 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 this and that. He was like, man, it's a good thing that you left. That's why I say, he says that on the phone in the song. He's like, it's a good thing you unexpectedly left. Because, you know what I'm saying, these cars out here, like, it's hot out here, especially in Atlanta. In Atlanta, bro, the majority is nothing but black people. You know what I'm saying? It was Mexicans, and it was rarely white people where we was at. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his thing out there, whatever. And he told me that, you know what I'm saying? And I put that in the song. So it wasn't really that I tried to get away from it. It was just that he was telling me, he was like, man, it's a good thing that you got the fuck out of here. Because if not, you would have probably been fucked up like all of us over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're a product of your environment, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you grow up around it, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that was. It wasn't necessarily me being like, nah, I gotta get away from it. It was just that I was fortunate to not be in that area or in that place more that I was in. You know what I'm saying?
So guys, if y'all are wondering, these topics I'm talking about are in his song "Risk It." So go check it out. It's called "Risk It." Just put Castro Escobar "Risk It" on YouTube and go check it out. All right, it's a dope song. It hits you right here. You know what I mean? So then you talk about how your friend's talking to you, right? And he's like, you're rapping in a perspective of your friend conversating with you, and he says, it's hard for our kind to make it. Like the system is set up against us.
Yeah.
Do you believe that's true? 100%.
Absolutely, 1,000%. What are they doing right now? They going to these stores. They going to these workplaces. They going to bro. ICE was right here. Like yesterday, probably still around the area. What are they doing right now? Of course, we're a target. Hell yeah. Like we're a minority. You know what I'm saying? Like we 100%. He
How
just
did
told
we?
me. He just told me right now. Like, and this is the craziest thing. He just and I'm so glad he told me. He told me this shit not even 30 minutes ago. He was like, bro, you know that whenever I got locked up, they had me on an ice hold. I was like, how the fuck they have you in an ice hold? I was like, nigga, you was born in Atlanta. He was like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's like, hell, absolutely, 1,000%. I mean, I can agree with you. It's human nature to sit here and profile somebody or automatically like think something. It's human nature. We I feel like we don't do it purposely, but if we see something, we assume it without even trying to. You know what I'm saying? But that still don't give nobody no right to violate your rights in this country. You know what I'm saying? So yes, 1,000%. I do think of that shit. I do think that we are targeted. I do think that a lot of these people in power are profiling our people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now that the spotlight is on us more, I feel like they're doing it even more. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much like ICE is going around everywhere. Like, like, bro, like that's people that try to create a whole life out here, and you taking them home for what? They ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You trying to catch criminals, but you catching a whole bunch of other innocent people that ain't even doing shit at the same time. What the fuck is that about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
See,
it's fucked up. So yeah,
that's a very good point. People are saying, well, they're focusing on the criminals and stuff like that. That's not how it works, bro. They're ruining lives, bro. You know what I mean? They say they're just focusing on criminals, but what are they doing to get to those criminals, man? They're breaking into homes, they're doing raids, they're profiling, they're using the military, they're using the sheriff's department, the police, the means to how they're doing it is it's scary, bro. And it's like I hate to compare it to that, and I hate to go that far, but it reminds me of Nazi Germany.
bro, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because that's like me saying that's like you trying to catch a particular type of fish, right? And you go in there with that net and you catch that one particular fish that you was supposed to get because that fish was doing some fucked up shit in that tank. But on the way out, you catch a bunch of fucking fish that wasn't doing nothing, and you still throw them away. Like you can't do that, man. You can't go around and just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in America, just like they say, the land of the free. Like you can't be doing certain shit, bro. That's unhumane. You do what I'm saying? And I stand behind that shit, bro. Like I died for that shit. We came out here illegally. Me and my mom crossed the river out here illegally. My mom made her life. My dad did too. You do what I'm saying? Like, and for who the fuck is you to? Nah, bro. Like, it ain't right. It's inhumane, bro. Now, if there was a different type of way, like, hey, you got to come up here and do this and maybe. But you coming out here, man. You taking parents out of kids' lives. You taking kids out here in places in Mexico. Bro, Mexico is, man, like, nah, bro. That shit ain't right, man. I be getting mad about that shit, bro. Like, I
No,
really say, like, I stand behind my people, bro. Like, I died for that shit. I'm
I'm
very
with you.
prideful. You know what
My,
I'm saying?
my
So,
mother, my mom and dad were both born in Mexico. You know what I mean? And I see my dad. Luckily, in time he was able to become a resident and then eventually a citizen. You know what I mean? But I couldn't imagine if they would have tried to get him before when he came over. You know what I mean? Then none of us would be here. You know what I mean? Like my whole family wouldn't exist, and that's what's wild, bro. It's crazy to me, man. And how people are now. It's not about. At first, they were saying it's only about illegal immigrants. It's not just Mexicans. But come on, bro. That's a bunch of BS, bro. It's about Mexicanos, bro. And what's crazy, they're profiling us and saying that we don't belong here when this is our tierra, this is our land, bro. From Califas to Texas, bro. And they crossed us, they annexed us, right? And
yeah.
it don't make any damn sense, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Even I mean, what you're saying, I understand what you're saying too, but it's just there's a lot of people that ain't done nothing, bro. That they come out here with dreams, dog. And
Yeah,
this what people don't understand is that let's flip the script. Let's say all the people all these Americans was living the same life how we did in Mexico, and Mexico was like how America is. You think everybody over here wouldn't try to go over there and try to chase a dream if that's the land of opportunity?
exactly.
Motherfuckers cross the whole motherfucking ocean to come over here and get opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't blame us for trying to come over here. You can say that this is your land all you fucking want. It wasn't even your land to begin with. You came over here and took the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you came over here and took the shit, and now I'm trying to come over here and get a little something, and you get mad at me. Like, I don't disagree with people coming up in with terrorism or just coming over here to fuck shit up. Okay, cool. I get you that. But when you taking innocent people away from their families, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fuck with that, bro. That's inhumane, bro. Like, you gotta set a boundary. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe this person did this and that cool, but it's like if you catch a couple in the way, like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't right, bro. That shit ain't cool. It's and I keep saying it, bro. That's inhumane, bro. And that's my people, bro. Like, of course, hell yeah, I'm gonna fight for that. I'm gonna definitely speak my opinion on that shit, bro. And anybody who don't like it is against it, bro. They can get it, real shit. Like, I died for my shit, real shit. Like, on everything, bro.
1000% for sure. Hell yeah, that's what I meant when they say they're trying to get rid of us, but this was our land in the first place. It was, Mexico's land. You know what I mean? That's what I meant when I was talking about that. Right. So, February 13th, 1971, your mother was born.
Yeah. And did I put that somewhere?
Huh?
Did I put that somewhere?
I don't know. February 13th, 1971.
Yeah. How you know that? Yeah, she was. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Can you give us can you kind of run through real quick what your mom went through as a young girl?
Well, from what she told me is it was definitely a lot of poverty. You know what I'm saying? She was born in Nuevo Laredo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was
born. Bro, that's where my mom and dad were born at. Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, way.
Yeah, no, I'm from Tamaulipas.
From Bustamante. Oh my, that's crazy, way.
Yeah, she was born in Nuevo Laredo, but they migrated over there to Rio Bravo. Because my sister had 9 brothers and sisters, 9 siblings. So she was born there, and like my grandpa, he was from San Luis Potosí. My other uncle is from Monterrey. My grandmother, I believe she was like from Chihuahua, I think. But I was like, bro, how the fuck did y'all like? She was like, man, we moved around a lot. So they ended up in Rio Bravo, Tamaulipas. That's where I was born, Rio Bravo, Tamaulipas, right? And she told me, yeah, it was a. Because I asked all the time, I was like, man, it's a lot of y'all. Like, how the fuck did y'all do it? Like, it's 4 of us, growing up. I'd be like, that's 4 of us, and we be struggling out here in the U.S. How the fuck did y'all do it? She was like, over there was a little bit more different. She was like, but we were very poor. She was like, I was always really good at school. And then she showed me her report cards and everything, bro. Like, it was old ass report cards. It was nothing but the grades were like from 1 a 10. Like, it was like you either got a 9, like 9, 8, 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how, I guess like the 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, and I grew up really smart in school, but she said that one of my uncles, I'm not gonna say his name, but she said that one of my uncles, mind you, she has 9 siblings, so it's one of them. That I think when she got to the high school, that he convinced, or that he was talking shit so much, something like that, to my grandma and my grandpa, saying that women need to clean and do this and that. So she was trying to be a lawyer, and I believe that she would have done it. You know what I'm saying? But then she just ended up driving out and, you know what I'm saying, doing shit around the house, helping around the house, working, shit like that. And then, of course, eventually she met my dad, you know what I'm saying? So, but she told me a lot about my grandmother. She said that my grandmother was, I feel like that's how every, the way that she described my grandmother and my grandfather, I feel like that's the life of, well, not the life, but like I feel like a lot of women have told me that growing up, their mom, they usually get along more with their father than with their mother. You know what I'm saying? So she told me that she was really close to my grandfather, and that she would always get into it with her mom, that she would start working, she would start selling like, I guess like, I think it was like raspas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just, and then eventually she met my pops, my pops was around the way and she met him and here I am. You know what I'm saying?
So then you were born, and you said this, and that reminded me of harder times. I'm talking times I would preferably not cross my mind. I remember crossing that river in '95, just a couple of days after the
yeah.
So, how old were you?
I had to have been. I had to been like 2.5.
Wow.
And a lot of people tell me you can't remember that far. I can remember. I know.
I can definitely remember. I remember stuff when I was 3. So
Yeah,
two and
that's
a
what I'm
half
saying.
is
Like, I don't
believable.
remember like exact. Like, if I can
Yeah.
remember last year, but I
Yeah.
definitely do remember, like, you know what I'm saying, certain shit.
That's a big event. Because I swear to God, I remember stuff when I was 3 years old. My wife does me the same thing. I remember stuff when I'm 3, so 2.5 is very believable. You can remember
Yeah,
stuff.
and so I mean, I didn't know about Selena back then. She gave me that information later on when I asked her, like,
Yeah.
you know, when was it, whatever. But man, what I do remember is I remember getting dropped off somewhere, and I was with my mom, and we was with this guy, and then we just started walking in the field. It was nighttime, and I remember I was just like, "What the fuck is we doing?" Like in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, "What the fuck is we doing?" And I remember she was holding my hand, and we just kept running, walking fast, running, hiding in the bush, and then I'm just like, "Yo, mom, what are we doing?" Like I remember like asking her, like, "Yo, what are we doing?" And I remember whenever we would hide, like we would hide in some bushes and like around some trees, and she'd be like, "Shh," and you could see the trucks. You know, you can see the people patrolling and shit. Well, before that, I remember getting into we got to the river. I remember this so clearly, bro. And a lot of people don't believe it because they're like, bro, you was way too young to remember. But I remember getting to the river, and you know the inner loops, the inner loops of the las cámaras in the tires. Like, okay,
Yes.
so they had some big ass ones. I guess they was using it like some like not the floaties, but like the lifesavers. You know what I'm saying, to put around you. Cause my mom didn't know how to swim. I definitely didn't know how to swim.
Yeah.
So I remember they put it around. They put one around me. They put one around my mom. And I remember the coyote. He
Talking
was
about
pushing.
the coyotes that are
Coyote,
crossing the
yeah, the
road.
coyote. He was pushing us. He was pushing us, and he was swimming and pushing us. Man, I thought I was like, oh shit, she came out here to like. I'm thinking it's like a pool day, you know what I'm saying? So I'm over here talking like, oh ma, I'm out here. And she's
Having the
like,
time of your
shut up,
life.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember crossing to the other side, and then he grabbed the inner loops and he put him in like a bush, like he hit him in a big ass bush. And I remember telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want to take it. Like, me lo quiero llevar a ma. She's like, cállate. And she carried me, and she just kept running. And that's whenever that came, like you would see the border patrol trucks, like the lights going through the field, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, yo, hide, like watch out, like hugging me, like holding my mouth. And I just remember I can never forget that look in her face. Like I remember looking at her and she was just scared. Like she was just like she looked terrified. And I'm thinking like something ain't right. Like we ain't doing like this ain't no pool day. Like this ain't no us getting on these floaties and having fun. Like there's something wrong. It's nighttime. Like you know what I'm saying? That's when I started to click in.
Around this time, how old was your mother?
My mom had to have been 71, 81, 91. She was like 24, 25.
25 years old, crossing the border with her 2.5-year-old son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she tell you why? Why did she do it?
For
Why?
a better life.
Better
She told
life.
me. She told me, I said, I asked her whenever I got older, I was like, yo, mom, why don't we just go to Mexico? I made a post about it too. And she was like, I'll be damned if I take you back to that place. She was like, I'm not saying that it's, you know, I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud of where I am. She was like, but I didn't go through all this trouble. I didn't go through all these moments of people profiling me or people judging me, of me working out here, of me putting up with certain shit for you to just go back to the place that I pretty much saved you from. You know what I'm saying? And she would always tell me, her motto, man, in Spanish, she was like, no me hagas que me arrepienta de traerte para acá. That was like her. She every time I would fuck up, every time I'll be some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, no me hagas que me arrepienta. Alan, no hagas que me arrepienta, Alan, no hagas que me arrepienta. All the time. Don't make me regret me going through all this trouble for you to just end up on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a better life, bro. Like for real, man. That's just crazy.
So she comes over and she gets to work, I imagine. And how did y'all get wind up getting papers? You said you got the green card, right?
Right. And I lost it. I lost it right now, so I gotta go get a new one, man. That shit sucks.
So that
Anyway,
so
yeah,
was that a process?
it was definitely a process, a big process, bro. My dad, he became legal. I think it was with Jimmy Carter or something, because he came over here illegally too, but that was before us. And I think there was like a treaty or something that if you work, I don't. He told me a little bit of it. I don't really talk to my dad how I used to talk to my mom, but somehow it was a president, and I think I want to say it was Jimmy Carter. I think it was Jimmy Carter, and he became legal, a legal resident. So we came over here. I think we had to pay a penalty or some shit like that for coming over here. But since she was married to him, he got he was in the process of fixing her papers, and I was also too included. So it took us about 10 years for us to become legal. It was a huge process, bro. It was a very difficult process for us to become legal.
So right now, with you being a resident, are you fearful that they might mess with you?
Nah, I'm not scared. I'm more I mean, I know that right now, if I were to get into some serious trouble or anything like that, there'll probably be more chance of me getting sent back than maybe 8 years ago,
It must be hard to deal with that because my dad was a resident for like 30 years, bro. And he went. So one day, just about 7, 8 years ago, he goes to Tamaulipas, and when he comes back, they run his ID and they said he can't cross. And he's like, "What? I've been a resident for like the past 30 years." And he had a small marijuana charge from like 1991, way.
Oh shit!
And they're about to keep his ass, way.
Are you serious?
They questioned him for like 3 or 4 hours, and it was a long process. My mom had to bring all and luckily she had paperwork with her though. You know what I mean? And they were able. She produced. She showed him that, and even though they knew that he would have the paperwork, they still held him for hours and hours. It was a process
for a marijuana charge.
For a small marijuana charge, way it was a misdemeanor.
That's ridiculous. That's the shit that I be talking about, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm saying. My dad paid his dues. He had been working his ass off for 30 years with no other criminal charge. Small marijuana charge. Never ever went to jail for nothing else. Nothing. That was the only thing he ever went to jail for. Nothing else.
I'd even understand if maybe it was cocaine, but marijuana, dog. Like, God, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's the bullshit that I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous, man. You
know, even after he had been a civilian. I mean, not a legal civilian, but he had been hardworking. Yes, you know what I mean. And he did nothing. He did nothing wrong. Nobody worked his ass off. And for that little small marijuana charge, they almost sent his ass back. Bro. It was a scary time. It was crazy.
Even that's what I'm saying. Like a marijuana, I would even understand like an assault charge or something like that. But marijuana, about a small marijuana charge, bro, that's the shit that I be talking about, bro. Like,
So, unfortunately, your mother, she passed away from breast cancer. How was that? I saw that she was like your number one person. You loved her a lot.
Oh yeah,
you cared for her deeply.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah. I mean, it was the worst pain you could ever think of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been shot, and me and my mother dying in front of my eyes is worse than getting shot. You know, I'd prefer getting shot 5 more times than seeing that or even picturing that again. You know what I'm saying?
And you, for people who I didn't mention, but you saw her pass away.
I saw her. She passed right in front of me. Yeah, she passed right in front of me on February 9th, 4 a.m. in 2018. She stopped breathing right in front of me. I closed her eyes and I shut her mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's I mean, that's something that to this day, you know, it's something that you won't ever get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just learn how to deal with it better every day. You know what I'm saying? When she passed, the first couple of minutes when she passed, I was just so thankful that the Lord had taken her and she wasn't suffering no more. Cause my mom had a very slow, painful death. You do what I'm saying? Damn. My mom had cancer, and it wasn't the cancer that killed her; it was the chemotherapy. So she was already done.
I'm sorry, you had said in the interview that before you went to go be with her, your uncle called you and told you, you said, "Let me talk to her," and she couldn't talk anymore.
Yeah. I remember, cause my dad always be called up me kind of like being
Yeah,
exaggerated,
yeah,
and I remember I had came because she was supposed to be because she was doing her chemotherapy in Mexico, and I came back from LA. I flew down, and she was supposed to be back on the 2nd of February. So I got here, I think probably exactly what's today, the 31st. Yeah,
yes.
so probably exactly what 7 years ago, I landed in Texas, and I was expecting her like the next day or the day after. Uh, she didn't come home. A day passes by. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just kicking it with a couple of homies out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm back home from LA. Like people want to see me, and my dad calls and he's like, "Hey, wait, to my mom, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, I ain't like you always be, you know what I'm saying, on some bullshit, bro. Like I ain't even trying to hear that right now, you know. And then the next day, my uncle hits me up and he's like, Alan, vente para acá, a ver si tu mamá le echa más ganas. Uh, Se siente bien mal, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, let me talk to her. And he's like, she can't talk. And I said, fuck you mean she can't talk? Like, you try, like, let me talk to her. He's like, no puede hablar, Alan. No. Muy apenas puede andar respirando. I'm like, nah, bro, you tripping. So when he told me, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go. And I fixed the alternator for my Yukon, or I tried to. I remember because something was wrong because the flood had messed everything up. The flood from Hurricane Harvey the year prior to that, it had fucked the truck up. So I remember I was like, all right, cool. So I'm taking my truck, bro, and I'm driving all the way down to, because we're from Rio Bravo. Rio Bravo is 15 minutes away from the border. You know what I'm saying? So from here to there is 6 hours, 5 hours if you're speeding. So it was taking me 5 hours to get there. When we get to Port Lavaca, my truck breaks down, right?
Damn.
Breaks down. Alternator goes out, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know who to call. But shout out to my boy Raul Charles. He's one of a dear friend of mine, and I will never forget what he did for me. He was at work, and I said, hey man, this is a long shot, bro, but my mom ain't doing too good. You know, she's doing this chemotherapy. Is there any way that you could pick me up and just drop me off at the valley, bro? I was like, I got it from there. He said, give me a second. He told his boss, I got an emergency. He took me all the way down there. I will never forget that. He took me all the way down there. My uncle met me right there at the border. He took me. I said, how's my mom? And he just looked at me, and I was like, man, nah. I was like, nah, you tripping, bro. I was like, hell no. Nah. I was like, why don't you let me talk to her? He was like, she can't talk. I'm like, nah. So she was in Reynosa at the hospital. And then I just remember seeing her. And when I saw her, it broke my heart. You know, it was nothing but skin and bones. And she was just moving her eyes and looking at me. And I could see her eyes watery, you know what I'm saying? Like it was the worst thing I've ever been through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was bad, and I just stayed with her, you know, the whole time. I stayed with her the whole time, and then I mean, God did His work, you know what I'm saying? And shit, man, it was hard because that was right whenever I was at my peak of doing my music, you know. And she was watching every show, she was watching every live. She had my music, she had my songs as her ringtones. She was always showing out her friends my videos, you know. And she was my heart. You do what I'm saying? So what happens when your heart dies? You die with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, when she passed, I took it very hard. I took it extremely hard because after that, I still had to go back to LA. I still had to tour, you know, and no amount of popularity, no amount of money, no amount of anything can give you that love again, you know. So I absolutely did take it very hard for years, you know, and after I want to say maybe 3 years, I started to do what I should have done right away, which is going to therapy, taking care of myself. I had quit drinking for about a year and 3 months. No drugs, no nicotine, no nothing, you know.
I saw
And I did what I was supposed to do, and then kind of how you say, you know, you want to stop and then drink casually, you know, but unfortunately I kind of got back into it, you know. I'm definitely not as bad as what I used to be when I used to drink like that, but I definitely learned how to control it way better than what I used to. But man, it was a very bad time in my life. It was the worst time of my life. It's like I was 24 when that happened. It's like you live your life 24 with the most important person in your life next to you, and then after 24, you got to learn how to live life without it. It's like you got to start over with life. You got to learn how to live again, pretty much. So that was definitely very hard for me because the one person I could go to for anything and everything,
Your mother.
she wasn't there no more. You know, so
Yeah.
you can't just go to anybody about it. You know, who's gonna care about you more? Well, at least in my life, who the fuck is gonna care for me more than my mom? Ain't nobody ever gonna care for me more than my mom. And you know, I had trouble. You know, I was thinking like maybe I could replace this love. Maybe ain't no. You know, you just gotta learn how to deal with it. So it was definitely very hard, man. Hardest shit ever.
So you said you got shot. What was that about?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't
Okay.
want to talk about it. Yeah, it's just
All right.
I was messing with the wrong people.
Okay.
I was yeah, man, I was messing with the wrong people and I was drinking a lot. And the thing about that is that I know that they wasn't trying to shoot me. They were trying to scare me. And they shot me. And the cops came and said, what happened? I said, man, I'm drunk. I accidentally loaded my pistol and I shot myself. And the cop told me, he's like, you shot yourself from this angle? The bullet is going this way. I'm like, hey, man, I was drunk. I was like, just give me some fucking morphine, man. They fucking shot me up with morphine. They took me to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So after that, yeah.
So a friend of mine got shot in his leg. Did the bullet fragments come out? Like,
no, I still got the bullet right here.
Oh, you got the bullet in you?
Every time I go to the airport, that motherfucker rings. That fucking. Bro, that bullet, every time it gets cold, like the other day when it snowed over here in this area, I don't know if it snowed over there, but when it snowed over here, bro, that motherfucker was aching. I was like, you know what I'm saying? That bitch is still there. They said they told me if they take it out that it'll probably do more damage than to leave it in. So they was like, man, we're gonna fuck up your tigment, your what is it called? The tigments or the nerves and all of that shit in there?
Ligament.
Yeah, tigments. What the fuck? Yeah, yeah. They was like, we're just gonna leave it in there. I was like, okay, all right. And they told me they was like, you probably ain't gonna walk right no more. You probably gonna walk with a limp. It's probably gonna take you about 3 months. That's when I really built my relationship with God, and I started reading a lot. I let go of social media. I started to find myself, you know what I'm saying? And within three weeks, they told me 3 months. Within 3 weeks, I started walking again with no crutches. You know what I'm saying? And so I got my shit right after that. You know, I started paying more attention. You know, being more aware. You know.
I want to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Moke and friends. Shout out to Moke, man. Shout out to Joe the Poet. Shout out to Hustle Town Network. They're watching.
Shout out Hustle Town.
Shout out to ME Beats.
What up, MME? Shout out to homie, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. The YouTube game, man. I'm starting to finally get a fan base on YouTube, so it's people from all over. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But okay. I almost got. I just need a couple more questions. I'm gonna let you go, my guy.
No, you good, man. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I know you got a video shoot tonight, right?
Yeah. It probably into like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Okay, so cool. We good, bro. We got time. Take your time, bro. Do your
okay,
thing.
Cool. All right. So, and I'm sorry that happened with your mother, man. But I know she's looking down on you, bro, and she's proud of you, man. You know what I mean? Just keep on doing what you're doing, man. Because you make great music. Don't stop that. Don't stop that for nobody. Thank you. You did Fidel's Breakfast, bro. Mm-hmm. My favorite song on Fidel's Breakfast is 1982. Who produced that? Who was that?
E.C. Martinez.
That beat is freaking insane, bro.
That's
I just could not believe it, bro. I was like, this is just gold. This is gold what I'm finding right here. Because I've already listened to some of your music, but I had to dig deep. So I went in 1982. Can you talk about that real fast?
So the reason I made that song was because in one of the lyrics in the song I say, my daddy risked it and got hit in 82. And that's the year that he had crossed over here.
Okay.
Because I had asked him, I was like, man, what year did you cross over here? And he told me 82. So I make the song. And even on the cover of the song, you can see where it's Tamaulipas is the border. Like if you pay attention to it. So I made the song. I showed it to my dad. It was the first song I ever dropped in my life, officially. And he was like, "Why'd you name it 82?" I was like, "Well, that's the year you told me that you crossed over." He was like, "I didn't say 82. I said 88." I was like, "Man, what the fuck? Like, I got the wrong. I named it because you told me that." And he was like, "I didn't tell you 82." I said, bro, he told me 82, bro. He probably meant to try to say 88, but I swear, bro, he told me 82. That's why I named it that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that was about. And it was just, like I say, bro, like I'm all about, I love the soulful beats. I love the southern beats. I'm into boom bap, like heavy.
Yeah, me
But
too.
you can't beat a soulful beat. You can't beat no beat like that Pimp C or Webby was doing back then, bro. Like, and that's the type of shit that I love. You know what I'm saying? Now to rap me, just give me a simple beat. But you give me some soulful shit, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna really speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna really tell you who I am. I'm gonna really express myself. I'm gonna put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's a real MC, man. When the beat's simple, the bars fill it in. You know what I mean? The bars is where it's at. That's where you focus on. You know. So then you had Fidel's Lunch. Voicemail was insane. Very short, but insane. I love the way you lead the beat ran, and then you started killing it, and your pitch of your voice. Like, man, you made that shit believable, bro. Like you were really hurt.
Man, no. I hate that song, bro. That's the song. I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody says that shit. But like, man, you hurt, bro. That song, you probably don't know this. I gotta tell this shit to everybody, bro. That's why I hate that song so much. Because that's perspective of a girl talking to me. That's what that is. So everybody always tells me like, oh, like what happened?
I thought that at the beginning. I thought that. I man, I should have said that. That's what I was thinking because I was like, this it kind of not adding up the what thing he was saying. But okay, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's at the end. It says, "I fucking hate you, Alan. I hate you with a passion. I hate you, Alan. But I hate you, Alan, with a passion." Some shit like that. I forgot with it. But it's like I don't even like to listen to it, or when people tell me about it, I hate it because I mean it's a blessing that because that shit's got over 2.5 million streams everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the fact that people don't understand what the perspective is.
Don't understand it.
Because like right now you're like, man, you sound hurt. I'm like, nah, hold on, that wasn't me. Yeah, man, but that was definitely it was definitely an experience making that song, bro. And the beat was just perfect with it. You know, the sample was perfect with it. Man, yeah, no, definitely. I understand why people like it so much, though. You know.
Yeah, the lyrics. Now that I know that, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was down to the beginning, and you didn't act like you heard nothing.
I was down from the beginning. Now you act like if
I heard with these bitches that's drinking, smoking.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So people, voicemail is not him, bro. It's a perspective of a female. Now y'all know.
I'm telling you, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, man, what happened? I'm like, bro, that's not me, bro.
So, Fidel's Leftovers. And by the way, I love the theme albums, bro. I love the way it's insane. I love it. 30 Hours. Killed it. Murdered it. Can you talk to us about 30 Hours?
30 Hours was just me. It was me at a very tough spot, man. It was me making my decisions. Should I go home or should I stay out here in LA? It was a lot of trials and tribulations out there. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I definitely do appreciate the opportunity that I was given whenever I went out there, but it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And when I made 30 Hours, I remember I was going through it. You know, my mom had just passed. I don't know what I'm doing. My brothers is telling me, my brothers is young, like they telling me, like, you know, when you coming home, or like, I'm supposed to be the big bro. Mama told me, you know, before I passed, like, take care of your brothers. And I'm over here in LA, don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say a lot in that song, like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Like, cup a rollie in the chain, or, you know, or act like I'm this and that, or take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do? You know, and that's why I say that too, like about certain people, like, I'd rather you hate me than act like you love me. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like don't act pretty much like keep it above with me. Like let's see what's happening with it. You know what I'm saying? Because during that time, I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know what to do. Um, and I remember writing the lyrics to it. And EC, shout out EC. EC produced that track too. The beat switch on it, Mac mixed the shit out of it to where it was so fucking fire. Like, it was just incredible. And I remember being in the booth recording it. And whenever I stopped recording it, I was like, yo, punch me in right there. I remember hearing them in outside, like, oh shit, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Like, I ran through that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was just a very hard time in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely talked my shit on there. You know, made it clear to a lot of people. You know, either you fucking with me on some real shit, or I don't even want you around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that shit no more in my life. Like, before my mom, it was just kind of like I would peep people, and I'd be like, I know that they fucking with me because of this. No, fucking with that. But after my mom passed, I was like, bro, I don't need this shit in my fucking life. What the fuck? Like, I should have realized that before, when my mom was here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
at least I realized it. You know, at one point. And that's pretty much what that song was about, bro. Like, I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, what am I? You know, what's going on? What's happening? You know, so. And the reason I named it that was because I had to take a shower in like 30 hours. That's the reason. Because I was up, bro. I was up. I was geeked. I was over here on some shit, like on them Adderalls. Like,
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, so I mean, you pretty much say it that you're on soda.
I'm a what?
You're on soda, like you're passes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say it to where I don't get demonetized, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, bro, that shit was funny. Hell yeah, yeah. Exactly, bro. I
You know
was
what
on
I
some
mean?
shit. Yeah.
You know. So was that something you had to deal with? Substance abuse?
I don't want to say that I really struggle with it, man. It's been situations where I have struggled with certain substance. Um, Not that one. I feel like I got away from it pretty, on time. Now, I'm not proud to say this, but definitely with a couple of painkillers, like there was a time where I was like, like I found myself like, man, I need to get this, you know. And even on the Adderall, bro, like I say it freely, like I do take Adderall, bro, but I never abused it, you know. But I am gonna say that one thing that I do and have abused a lot is this one right here. This one I cannot deny. This one, I'm not proud of it. I definitely am not. I don't encourage it. I don't condone it. But it's something that I'm honest about. You know, it's not something that I'm proud of, but it's definitely something that I'm honest about. You know, and you know, yeah. I mean, shit. It just kind of takes me away from reality.
If I could tell you something real quick, and I wasn't planning on saying this, but so I had a problem, bro. I drank a lot too. I drank like a lot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I was doing pastillas, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 months ago, I had a stroke.
Oh shit!
Piece of my brain, bro, damaged, bro. And luckily, it wasn't like serious. It was what they call like a mini stroke.
Mm-hmm.
But there was blockage going on, bro, and there was a possibility that I could have died. You know what I mean? I was in the ICU for 3 days, and the doctor told me, he's like, "You're way too young. This doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. What's your habit?" And I told him everything. And he says, "It's the beer and it's the cocaine. That's why you should not have a stroke at 38 years old." You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, bro! I had no idea, bro.
Yeah, bro. Alcohol kills your brain, bro. It slowly but surely kills your brain. And I'm 65 days sober, bro, and I've never felt better. You were sober for a year, so you know
Yeah,
how.
I know exactly what you
But
mean.
not only am I sober, I'm on I eat very little meat. I eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruits, and I've lost 30 pounds. You know what I mean? And I am eating healthy, and I work out. I run and walk every day, bro. And that's why I've been producing so much content. I make videos every single day, bro. And not only is it affecting your health, it's affecting people's. It's messing up your ambition, bro. Your drive to work, bro. It's in the way, bro. It's in the fucking way. Just straight up point blank. That shit's in the way. It's poison. It's poison for our brain. And I've never worked so hard in my life, bro. And I'm without it. That's all. I just wanted to say that. That's my little testament. You know what I mean?
Congratulations, bro. Nah, real shit. I know what it
Yeah.
feels like. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's why I was being honest about it too. Like, and I appreciate your honesty, bro. Like, for you to come out here and say the shit like that takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, like, it's something that I'm honest. I'm not proud of it, but I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? And I do. I mean, I'm I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Yeah.
But I escape my reality with it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a couple of beers, even if it's just 3 beers a night, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm escaping my reality.
Yeah.
But sometimes it don't just be 3 beers. Sometimes it be a whole bottle and a 12 pack. Sometimes it be, you know, this and that. And that's where, you know, it kind of, that's where the struggling goes. That's where the struggling comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, man. And I'm proud of you, bro. Like, real shit. Because that shit takes a lot, bro. Like,
Thank you.
like, that shit takes a lot. So I'm really proud that you know what I'm saying, you out here and doing that. You know what I'm saying? For real. That it takes a lot for somebody to make that decision, bro. For real.
Straight up, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. For real. It took a lot. But I was doing it for the same reasons también. You know what I mean? I was going through my little nephew. He got an M charge. He's doing a lot of time, bro. And my brother's doing 20 años, bro. And like, and I run a painting business. You know what I mean? And I was I had a big ass job that I was doing. I was just stressed, so I was just hitting it hard, bro. And it shit got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, 65 days sober, and I'm here, bro. And I've been making content every day. I got Omar Gooding. I got an interview with Omar Gooding, baby boy, bro. That dude from Baby Boy coming up, bro. So like, it's a big deal, man. So like, people being sober and eating right and exercising, it's not only just for your physical, but it's for your mental. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, I feel like it's more for your mental than it is for your physical. I feel like it does more for your mental than it does.
It does. Physical, bro. It does way more for your mental, bro.
Because I feel like even drinking and whatever, if you put in that effort for your body, you're still gonna get your body right, but your mental ain't gonna be how it would without it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So Eric's Wisdom, you decided to rap on a J. Cole beat, because that's what's crazy to me, is that you got similarities to J. Cole, bro, as far as storytelling goes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the fact that you chose that beat, bro, and you killed it. You did it justice. I think J. Cole would have heard that, he would have been like, "That's dope." You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Well, no, for real, bro. Not like, and I'm not exaggerating, bro. You know, I don't exaggerate, because I take hip hop very serious. If you get to know me, I'm a hip hop head to the core, bro. I study lyrics, I study bars, I study metaphors, double entendres, punchlines. You know what I mean?
Now I know you know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, no, I'm in the bro. I'm telling you, I do breakdown videos. I break down bars, bro. Kendrick Lamar, Eminem. I break them down, bro. And I'm a battle rap fan. You like battle rap?
I'll listen to it, but I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. I'm a big fan.
I see now I can see that you're really into breaking down the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I do. That's why my interviews are this style now. My interviews used to be different, and my interviews are this style. I let the music speak, and I break down the music with artists.
I like it though. I like it. It's definitely very different.
It's interesting, right? It's
yeah, very interesting. I've never.
So this is my only second interview doing this style, and I like it a lot. I did the same style with Animes.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all go check that out. Anime's interview out now. We did the same thing, so it's pretty cool. But not as in depth as this one. But anyways, okay. So can you tell us about Eric's Wisdom real fast?
So like I said, my boy Eric, he's the first friend I ever met. I just talked to him. Remember right now I told you that
Eric EC Martinez?
No. Everybody, even my girl be getting that mistake. Like, she be getting the mistake, and she's like, "Who's EC? Who's Eric?" Like Eric's the one in Atlanta. EC's the one who wakes up people.
Okay.
He's like, "Oh, okay." So his Eric, he was whenever, like I said, I went to Atlanta when I was very young. So whenever I started going to school, I would ride the bus with him. And my parents was cool with his parents. So I thought he was my cousin for the longest. I thought we was family. And he's the same one that told me on Risk It, it's a good thing you unexpectedly left. It ain't shit for you out here. Like, it's a good thing. That's Eric. That's still him talking. Okay. So he ended up going to prison whenever I did my first tour, nationwide tour. His girl
Okay,
called me.
okay. Now that makes sense. Now I got some bar. Okay, cool,
Okay.
awesome.
Now it's
Listen to
coming
the
all
music.
together. You
Guys,
see?
listen to the music, and then all this stuff is gonna make sense. That's beautiful. That's dope because he talks about his homie.
This is real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and hey, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying this interview a lot because you actually like you're not just sitting here like, oh, like you were actually like,
Yeah.
you see, like you're interested. Like you're putting it together. Like you did your research. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Eric's wisdom came from this. This was maybe about a month after I got shot, and J. Cole had just dropped those 2 songs, which was Lion King on Ice and the one that I did the beat to, or the beat that I rapped on. And he was calling me from prison, and I remember in the song I said, it made you feel good when I was drowning in the bottle, you know, this and that. Like I was talking like kind of like, man, a lot of motherfuckers, you know, they like to see me all fucking, you know, fucked up and fucked off and not doing what I need to do. Talking about, you know, how I thought that I was this, thought that I was that, when I was really just pretty much fucked off, you know. And then in the second part of the song, it's him calling me and him saying like, yo, bro, like, you know, you got the opportunity to be what all of us want to be. I got these boys in here jamming your shit every week, you know, and this was all he really said all this shit to me. How did I make it rhyme altogether? I don't know, but I made it rhyme.
Man, that's skill, man. That's talent right there.
That's why the cover of the song is a little boy with a bird in a cage because he was incarcerated. And the biggest, the most meaningful part of the song was when I said, boy, you want to see, you want to know, what the fuck did I say? Boy, you know, I seen a bird fly to my window, then it flew away. Boy, you want to know what I seen the other day? I seen a bird fly to my window, then
Man,
it flew away.
I couldn't find the lyrics to Eric's wisdom.
Nah, you don't. Yeah, there ain't none. There ain't none. So he pretty much told me, bro. He was already in there for about 4 years, and that's why I say I got a call from my brother. He been in the camp for 4 years, 2 years, about to turn 3. He was in there for 2 years at the time, and he said, "Boy, seen a bird fly to my window, then it flew away." And he told me, he was like, because I was like going through it. I had just got a shot. I couldn't walk nothing. I was like, bro, I don't feel like doing this shit. I can't keep going on this and that. And he was like, man, you want to see what I seen? You want to know what I seen the other day? I was like, what? He was like, man, I seen a bird. He's like, nigga, I ain't seen a bird in 2 years. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Damn. He was like, you get to walk around. You get to see the trees. You get to see everything. He was like, I'm locked in this cage. Anything is better than that shit. He was like, you over here thinking about making it big and getting all this jewelry. He was like, that shit gonna come, bro. He was like, you gotta talk about us. You gotta talk about you. Only you could talk about us. He was like, ain't nobody else sitting here and really saying what they. He was like, you the only one that came from Mexico. He's like, you the only one that really talks about it. And he got on my ass, bro. And then he was like, I love you, boy. I hit you up again, you know. And then boom, I remember the phone call being cut. And then I remember when his girl heard it, she was like, bro, you got me crying. Like, she was like, God, because she was on 3-way the whole time. And so she witnessed the real phone call. And then 2 weeks later, she heard the song, which was exactly like the phone call. So she was like, oh my God. And so many people hit me up over that. That shit don't even got 10,000 views. But so many people hit me up about that song all the time. It's like one of them, it's like a diamond in a trash can, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them that's like, oh shit, what the it's like you find some retro Jordans at the Goodwill, you know what I'm saying? For like $10. That are worth 10,000. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them. You know what I'm saying? So that song was pretty much him speaking life to me, you know, from prison. And him being like, yo, bro, like you out in the free world, bro. You out here tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely one of my favorite songs I have ever made. And you know what's even crazier, bro? Is that I made that song. I swear to God, on my mother's grave, I probably made that song in about 20 minutes.
For real?
I swear to God. Hell yeah. I went outside. It was nighttime. I had a pack of cigarettes. This was probably like a month after I got shot. And this was like a week before I quit smoking cigarettes. I went out there, I heard the beat, and I wrote the song.
So this is it right here, guys. It's Eric's Wisdom, Castro Escobar, right there. You see his YouTube page. I'm already subscribed. I suggest y'all go subscribe.
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna play just a little snippet so they can
Go
hear.
ahead.
Laces. I'm growing and I know who and who real life hates it. It made you feel good when I drowned in my own sorrow. When all I knew was smoke, the white and a brown bottle. When I had lost my faith, couldn't see a brighter tomorrow. Or when I had lost the last that I had and shot with a hollow. I had every single reason to quit, but I didn't do it. I just pedaled and stayed afloat and thought about me improving. Look at all I overcame for it suddenly too.
Okay, I don't want to get flagged. So guys, go check that out, bro. That's just a little snippet. It's a beautiful track. It was slept on, man. It needs way more views than it has and shit, man.
It will eventually. I know it is.
Yeah, the traction builds up. So you got a friend that you talk about a lot, Mon Alvarado.
That's my big bro.
And early on, he's the one that got you started, right? In your rapping career.
Absolutely, 1,000%. That's the man that told me come over here. You can rap in the studio over there in his house. Moan, Big Moan, Kick Dope Click. That's OT's uncle. That's the one that he did the song with. That's him.
Oh, really? Damn,
That's OT. OT's from here, bro. OT's from Bay City. He's right next to West Columbia. OT, my boy.
Oh, that's wild, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know he lived so close. I knew he. Oh, yeah, I did know that actually because I knew he lived by Galveston. That's crazy, bro. That's wild.
I don't ever like to say that though. You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
I don't ever like to be like, yeah, I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anybody to think like I'm trying to get clout. You know what I'm saying? But
I think because there's so much ways you could have got clout, bro. I mean, come on. There's the obvious. So I think people know by now that you're a straightforward guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But Big Moan, yeah, that's my big bro. When I first started rapping, like because there's songs that never even made it to the internet, bro. There's songs that in CDs that I never even put out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 2015, 2016. So there's a lot of songs that I recorded that never made it to the light of day or never made it to the internet for anybody to ever hear. You know what I'm saying? And Big Moan was introduced to me by my other big bro, Billy Burrows. Shout out here too. And I used to work at McDonald's, and I remember I had quit that day. I was tired of that shit. I took my shit. I was like, man, fuck yeah. I think I was like 16, 17. And I walked to my homeboy Javier's house. Big Billy was there. He was like, so what, man? You trying to go to the studio or not? Because, I mean, everybody knew around me in West Columbia because I rap. He was like, you trying to go to the studio or not? I was like, hell yeah, let's go. I just quit my job. So we went to Subway. He got him a meatball sandwich.
That sounds like a movie, bro, like Friday type shit.
No, but I'm being dead serious. And then he took me to the studio right there in West Columbia. And he was like, what's up, Minsky? He was like, what's up, Minsky? I'm Big Mo. I was like, man, what's up, man? I'm Allen. You know, I didn't even have a rap name back then. He was like, you gonna rap some shit or what? I'm like, hell yeah, put me in here. He was like, pick a beat. I'm just going through beats, through YouTube, pick one. I'm in there. He was like, hell yeah, Minsky. He's like, you got that shit. He was like, bye bye. Like, whenever you want to come back, come back. I got his number. Shit. After that, it was history. I kept going back. Probably about the fourth time I came back, I met this little hyper motherfucker doing backflips in the backyard. And I said, yo, like, who is this cat? And Mom was like, that's my nephew. That's Virgil. That's my nephew. I said, what's up, man? He was like, hell yeah. And man, that's OT. I met OT back then. He was probably
crazy,
I was like 18.
You were just randomly doing backflips in the back.
No, bro, this nigga was hyper as fuck back then. I'm pretty sure he still is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he was doing backflips in the backyard and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But then whenever I heard him rap, I was like, hold on, man. Like, hold on. Like, this little nigga got something, bro. Like, it ain't bad at all. Like, this shit's dope. Whatever. I recorded a mixtape. I remember me and my homeboys, I gave like 100 to one of my homeboys, 100 to another one, 100 to another one, and I had 100. We all were fucking making copies of it in our computer. And we got the little slips and put them in there. And in every single CD, we drew on it. We drew the title. On every single back of it, we drew the fucking list of it. Like the list of the song. And I gave all of them out for free. Every single one. Everybody around here had one. I'm pretty sure somebody still has one around here. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, fool. So
dope.
them songs never even made it to the internet, bro. Like, we sat there all night in his backyard and on his pool table, writing the track list in the back of the fucking slip, and in the front, naming the title and all that shit, bro.
This is a wild story. You're doing all this little Mexican OTs running around doing backflips.
Yeah, OT's just, we got a superstar right next to us. We don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? But I like,
that's wild.
Those are memories, dog, that I look back at, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like, so much talent in one fucking room, and we didn't even see it back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. Like, I may be worth a couple of songs, but you got OT out here. He's the biggest Mexican rapper to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, he be, you know what I'm saying? Check my shit out. And
I think has he surpassed SPM streams already? I think so, right?
I don't know, but I think he's definitely better. I think, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm saying what I need, what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I think he's definitely, I mean, and I might be biased because, of course, I know him and because it's a different time, but I do definitely think that, in my eyes, I see that Mexican OT is definitely the biggest Mexican artist to ever do it. Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Like Mexican, like, you know, not half Puerto Rican, not 6ix9ine or half whatever.
Yeah,
Mexican American, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mexican American. So you think that Mexican OT is right now the face of Chicanos in hip hop? Not Chicano hip hop, Chicanos in Mexican Americans in hip hop. Is he the face?
Absolutely, 1,000%. I say that shit to anybody. He's the best. Yeah. He's the best one out. Ain't nobody fucking with him. Ain't not one single person that can out rap him right now. Mexican. Ain't no Mexican American that can out rap Mexican OT right now.
That's 100%. That's facts.
Hell yeah. I stand behind that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't go as far as to say rap skill wise, but as in making a record, a song, nobody's touching him in that regard.
He has it on lock, bro. He
can make a song, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He makes the catchiest hooks and shit, man. So you started rapping at that young age, and you know, you don't have to get into the details. I just want to kind of like talk about this timeline. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the story how you got found by Snorter Product. She a friend of yours told her about you. She signed you right away, and you went on the Vibe Hire tour, and that was life changing, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't get signed, but yeah, I did go over there and be part of the collective. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely did. We went on tour. It was definitely life changing. My mom got to see a piece of it. It definitely boosted my career a lot. You know what I'm saying? I would never deny that. You know, and I appreciate that from them over there forever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it was definitely an experience, bro, because my biggest thing to me, bro, whenever I started touring was that whenever we would be doing shows on the road, I had the chance to do 5 songs, right? Because of the time limit. And I sacrificed one of my songs so I could talk to the crowd. So in between each song, I would always talk to the people. Like, I would look at them in their faces. I would tell them what my songs were about. I would tell them who I was. And I connected with the people a lot. A lot. I would rap Risk It. Every show that I would be in, I would see people. And then after the shows, I would go out in the crowd and I would take pictures of everybody. They would tell me their stories. I sit there and listen. There's people that have given me chains, we call these pieces, like, you know what I'm saying? I still got them gifts, bro. People have got my lyrics tatted on them. You know what I'm saying? Because they told me like, yo, your music changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what meant to me more than anything else, is that people would tell me, yo, my dad just died. Like, you really hit right here. Like, and I'm glad I'm not alone. Yo, my mom just passed. Yo, my brother just passed. Yo, man, like, I've been dealing with this shit for years, and you finally made it make sense to me. Like, it's okay to not fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, hey man, like I came out here illegally. Like I'm still not legal. I'm still, you know, shit like that, bro. Like, and that's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted. I didn't want to sit here and be no, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, of course, at one point when I was young, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be like as big as a Lil Wayne, a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just wanted to speak for at least my people, at least people like me. You feel me? That's all I ever wanted. I don't want nothing else. You can have everything else. I want to speak for those people because what did Park say? I'm not trying to change the world, but at least, but I know that I'll probably spark the mind of somebody that will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that I probably can't make a change out in this motherfucker for my people, but maybe somebody that listens to my song within 50 fucking years will make a huge fucking difference, or we could probably be the fucking first Mexican American president. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm trying to do, bro. So hell yeah, definitely like change when I went out there, bro. Definitely boosted my shit up.
How was it working with Snow the product? Like making she like a how is she in the studio?
She's dope, you know. She's really good. She knows her shit. You know what I'm saying? She's very productive. She's very quick. Very talented.
Did y'all drink a lot?
I did. You know, back then I was on that Hennessy heavy, you know. So but no, definitely very talented. And the thing that I do gotta say about her a lot is very hardworking. I can never take that away from her. Ever. I can never ever say that she never worked hard, because that is probably the best way to describe a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I definitely do appreciate the opportunity that I was given back in the day. So hell yeah. Dope experience.
Hell yeah, man. That's good, man. It's great. That's dope.
Hell yeah.
I ask, I'm running out of time, man. I gotta go to my mother's house, my kids and my wife. But I always ask, yeah, we got people. We had a lot of people tuning in. That's cool. Shout out to Hustle Town Network. Shout out to ODT Records. Shout out to Welcome to Texas podcast. Shout out to all my regular viewers that been in and out. I appreciate y'all, man. For the people that are gonna watch this in the future, if y'all want a part two, if y'all gotta convince the homie, all right, to come back. If y'all want a part two, because I think there's so much more music that I wanted to get to, and there's so much stuff that I just want to, like, want the people to know about you. I think if you stay consistent, if you stay evolving with your pin game, I believe that you're gonna be on that Mexican OT status. But you got to stay consistent, way, because you have the image, bro. You have the brains, you have the talent. That's already there. The talent's already there, man. You have what it takes to be a great. See, I made a video today that's making this rounds right now. That I don't want to get into it because I told everybody to stop talking about it. But you know, I covered the whole Juan Gotti stuff situation. I said that we need to move past this already. I feel like they put a stain on our legacy, whatever. I feel like we need to look towards the future, and that's my mission now. That's why I wanted this interview so bad, man. I feel like you can be up there, man. I feel like you can be that Mexican OT level or even more. It's got to be consistent, way. You got to stay consistent.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bro. You know what I mean? I see you got a video tonight. You just dropped the video. Y'all go check it out. Castro Escobar on everything, ladies and gentlemen. Just go to Instagram, Castro Escobar, YouTube, Castro Escobar. Just Google his name.
Google my name.
He is going to be a face of Texas hip hop. It's gonna make us look good. I'm talking about for Mexican Americans and in general, and hip hop in general. Okay, but for the Mexican Americans, we need him, and we need him to be up there, guys. So support.
And for my Mexicans like myself, the Mexicans that come straight out of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Them too.
Yeah, for sure. For the Mexicans to come out of Mexico también, right? You know what I mean? Back from Tamaulipas, representando.
You know,
yeah, you know what I mean. Shout out to Tamaulipas, Nuevo Laredo. I got a lot of family over there, bro, and Laredo, Texas, también. And so shout out to all my family back there. That's cool that you're from there. I'm gonna tell my pops that. My pops is gonna be like, that's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tamaulipas, man. Shout out to all the Mexicans out there, all the Mexican Americans. You know, even shout out to my Latinos también. You know what I mean? We're all going through it right now, and like your story was, I think, is gonna resonate with a lot of people. What's going on right now, man? To hear what you've been through and to see where you're going, bro, it's a beautiful thing. And your story needs to be out there, and you definitely need to be heard by more people, man. So
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, for real. I appreciate it.
I ask all my people, what is your favorite childhood memory? First thing that comes to mind.
Drawing with my mom.
Mm.
Drawing with my mom. I remember we used to watch this show. They used to show you how to draw. And I remember she would get the papers out and the pencils and all that. And we would sit down. My sister was still a little baby. She was probably like 3 years old. And that was like our quality time before dad came in and was all mad at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that one, that's probably my best memory.
Nice, man. That's dope, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. I appreciate you opening up and sharing with my viewers. And you know, guys, y'all be on the lookout. I'm gonna clip this up. It's gonna be everywhere, all social medias. You know what I mean? Go to TikTok, man. I can't get the algorithm down in TikTok way.
You'll get it.
Yeah,
you know what you gotta do?
Man. What?
What you just told me. You gotta stay consistent. The only way you won't do it is if you stop. That's the only way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But exactly. You're exactly right. Shout out to my YouTube game though. It's going up crazy. I have my biggest subscriber jump ever. The algorithm is looking beautiful. So shout out to the YouTube game. So I actually have people who's rocking with it, who's tuning in. And thank y'all so much, guys. YouTube game, y'all are strong right now. And shout out to my core fan base, my people who hold me down, bro, that be fucking fighting with all these new fans and shit. Shout out to my people from Midland, Texas. No, that's a Texas, man. I appreciate y'all. Castro Escobar, man. One last thing. Look in the lens and tell the people who are doubting you. What one message do you have to your doubters?
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
Hey. Let's go. Hey, any shout outs?
Shout out to my boy Wayo. Shout out Go for Broke Entertainment. You know, we out here. Shout out my boy EC Martinez. Shout out my boy Eric. You know what I'm saying? Real businessman, real smart dude right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my brothers, my pops. What's up, pops? Shout out my girl, you know, for holding me down. You know, she been holding me down for a long time, and it's something I can't overlook. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't get that lucky to have somebody to hold them down in hard times, and she's done it, and she's believed in me. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, bro, for fucking with me and really giving me a real interesting interview, bro, because you really, you know your shit, bro. Like, you really like this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you going, just like you told me, stay consistent. I mean, I'm seeing the progress. You talking about subscribers jumping up. I just seen the progress from November to here, and I barely dropped 2 videos. I got a video shoot tonight. But I've seen that jump within 2 months with just 2 videos. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most consistent I've been since I was in LA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's go, man.
So shout out to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you digging into, you know what I'm saying, my music and really paying attention to it and being interested, bro, because it means a lot, bro. So I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Hey, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot, man. For real, man. I take this very seriously. I do. And to hear that, it means a lot, man. Man, shout out to you, though, man. Shout out to everybody who watched, man. Shout out to Hustle Town Network, man. Hell yeah. Y'all been there the whole night.
Hustle Town.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to Castro Escobar, ladies and gentlemen. Great interview. We'll see y'all, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, 1 second. I'm going to end the stream.